coach after they mutually decided to part ways with Luke Walton on Friday. ESPN reports the Lakers have 3 interviews scheduled this week. They are with former Cavs coach Ty Lue, Miami assistant Juwan Howard, who won 2 titles with LeBron, and Sixers assistant Monty Williams. So, Chris Broussard is still with us, and I will start with you, Chris. Who is the best fit to coach the Lakers?
Well, first of all, I don't like the way they're doing this.
No?
This seems to say Rob Pelinka is the guy, right? And we said last week how Magic wanted him out, and that's who Jeannie wouldn't let him get rid of because of his relationship with Kobe. But even if Pelinka's your guy, I would rather them get either the president, who's going to be above Pelinka, or the GM, who's going to work with him to help with this process. I don't think you should go out and get the coach first without having your front office completely solidified.
Right.
Number one, like
really
who should be in there? Because now it's just Pelinka, and I know he's got other people that work there, but it's essentially just Pelinka making this decision without another voice that's close to him. Or
time out. So the GM she trusts is not trusted by anybody outside except her. Okay,
that's true.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm a guy that I had a good relationship with Pelinka. When he's an agent and all that. But you talk to people around the league, they don't trust him. There's agents, other executives, whatever. So there's that. Now, as far as who should be the coach, Ty Lue. I almost think some of this is, let's get Juwan's name out there. Let's do him a favor, interview him, so now he'll get interviewed for other jobs in Cleveland. I think wants to talk to him. Monty Williams is a good coach. I thought he did a good job in Portland. I thought he did a good job in New Orleans. I thought their main problem when he was there was the guys couldn't stay healthy. Right. Drew Holiday was hardly ever healthy under Monty Williams.
Still.
So I think these are decent candidates, but here's the thing. You are all in on LeBron James now.
Yes.
You got 2, maybe 3 years where he's at that elite level. You have got to go all in on whatever it takes. And I'm not saying turn the franchise over to him, but you have to get a coach in here that he's comfortable with. You don't have time to experiment. You don't know if you're getting anybody else. This might be your team.
It might be.
So you don't know if you're getting anybody else. Juwan Howard, he could be great. He could be poor. We don't know, but you know what? I don't have time to figure it out. Right? Monty Williams, we know what he's done. Is he better than Ty Lue? I think he's good, but I don't think he's necessarily better than Ty Lue. And look, with LeBron, there's always some type of suspense and drama. So next year, no matter who's the coach, something's coming. Okay? And if the coach is Monty or Juwan, that leaves it out for others and LeBron to question the coach. If it's Ty Lue, this is your guy. You won a championship with him. We removed the coach off. That's nothing you can be critical of.
And he knows. And Ty Lue knows. Ty Lue said, I got to take my blood pressure medicine. I got to eat healthy.
It's going to be a challenge.
These jokers going to kill me if I don't do what I'm supposed to.
That's right.
Get on the treadmill an hour before practice. They like to kill me up in Cleveland. I believe it's going to be Ty Lue also, Skip, because of the history and the familiarity that which LeBron James shares with Tyronn Lue. Look, Juwan Howard, and I agree with you, Chris, he might be all-time great. But you can't figure it out when you got an all-time great player. A first-year head coach, when it's NBA Finals or bust with a first-year head coach. Is that where you're going? I don't think so.
So true.
Monty Williams, LeBron is a little familiar with him because he was on Coach K's staff during the Olympics, and he had a little success. I think they made the playoffs one year under Monty. Didn't they make the playoffs?
Yeah, he's solid.
So I think, but I don't know him like I know Ty Lue. Ty Lue knows me. Ty Lue knows my ways. I think now Ty Lue can grab LeBron and say, Bron, that language, bro, you gotta tighten our body language up, bro. These young guys. Ty Lue like that. Lue, I mean, he can talk to him, Skip, because the thing is, this is what we know. LeBron respects guys that coach, that played the game, and if they won, wow.
And you know how much of before you go a bond there is when you've won a championship.
I agree with that.
We know Jordan was like, look, Michael Jordan could play with any coach, but he won with Phil, and he was like,
I ain't going nowhere with that. Where I feel, I'm gone.
Kobe was the same way.
Yeah.
Right? So
that's how it is with you, Skip. I won with Skip Bayless. I can have it. I don't know. I'm done. If you either Skip retire, I'm done too. I'm out of here, Jenny.
How do you guys feel about me?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
That's the biggest bunch of baloney ever spewed on this show.
With Skip Bayless walk, we're a package deal.
Yeah.
We're a package deal. Yeah.
I'm right there with you guys.
Unfortunately, we haven't won anything yet.
We're gonna keep winning though.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep shooting shots.
All right.
Some of them gonna go in.
Question.
Yes.
Are we sure that LeBron wants Ty Lue? Are we sure about that? Because if he gets Ty Lue, quote unquote, then he loses any excuse. Like, you got your coach, LeBron. Well, what's wrong now? Right? You sure he wants that?
They're never gonna give LeBron an excuse anyway because he's LeBron. He the GOAT. GOAT don't have excuse. Remember what you told me, Skip? Even the injuries, Jenny said that was an excuse. You couldn't.
Phony goats have excuses. And he, okay, you started it, I finished it.
Tell us.
Okay. Ty Lue is the obvious best fit for this position.
Yes.
I think he's the only man alive who could actually maybe handle the drama because he knows it so well. He can condition himself to be ready for it because, as you say, it's not going to come a little bit. It's going to come every night. It just always does. LeBron thrives on it, as you always say. The people around him, sometimes they crumble under the heat and the pressure and the social media backlash of it. Okay, so that would make the most sense to me, but I'm really intrigued by why Monty Williams' name keeps coming up. And I asked Shannon this, and you've been plugged into the LeBron camp. Is it possible that Rich Paul is pushing for Monty Williams because his other client, AD, might be saying, let me play with him again? Is it possible they think that the skids are greased for this trade to happen in the offseason? That it's going to be Anthony Davis as LeBron's sidekick and co-star, and that he would really flourish under Monty Williams because he played for him for 3 years.
David Griffin, president of operations. Okay, maybe he in there now sliding right on tour, Chris.
Well, he ain't gonna do him no favors. I mean, they gonna have to earn Anthony Davis if they get that trade.
Okay, but is it possible that's why his name has come up in this?
Now, I will say this. Before Magic resigned, I was hearing Monty Williams. Magic is a big fan of his.
Okay.
So
I don't know anybody who isn't a big fan.
Right. But yeah, Magic, I don't think Magic was gonna hire him, but he was gonna get an interview and all that. So Pelinka and Magic were probably talking. Pelinka's hiring him too.
So allow me to say that when we did this topic on Friday, it appeared to me, and I did not like the fact that it felt like Jeannie was about to dig in and say, no, I'm keeping Luke Walton in spite of what LeBron and his camp want and in spite of what Magic wanted. I'm going to hang on. It's going to be all in the family. I'm going to elevate Kurt Rambis. And to her credit, and I don't know if she just felt public pressure, but she said, no, Luke, I got to let you go. But then to your point, now it's cart before horse because you need the head person, if there's going to be a head person, to make this call, not Rob Pelinka. This is the worst guy on the phones trying to get somebody to come to L.A., right? So I'm not sure, even though I was pleasantly shocked that she let Luke go, and obviously because I thought the night before it had been reported on ESPN that he was the #1 candidate already for Sacramento, right?
What about tampering? How did the guy have a job and they talk about he's the #1 candidate if he were to lose the job? Skip, he might have walked in and he's like, Jenny, what y'all gonna do? He said, because I got something already lined up. And I don't want you guys to leave me hanging, and then the job gets filled while I'm in here hanging. So if you can't guarantee me that I'm gonna come back next year, let's just go ahead. We'll mutually agree to part ways, and I'm going up the road and get me a job.
I think that also made her feel like Luke will be fine. You know, versus
that's true.
We're firing him. He doesn't have a job. Now
more years left for the contract.
He's gonna land on it. You know, financially, of course, he'll be fine. But you know what I mean? Like, he's going to get another job. He'll be okay. I can deal with it.
Last name on the list is Mark Jackson. I am a big fan. I still think he doesn't get enough credit for the foundation he laid at Golden State. He taught those kids a lot of what they know about playing basketball, and Steve Kerr was able to walk in and take them up one more level. But again, he would make LeBron comfortably uncomfortable, while Ty Lue will just make him totally comfortable. And yet, I don't know if LeBron would accept Mark Jackson at this stage and age of his career.
I'm with you. I would love to see Mark Jackson get a chance at this. And now I don't think Mark is still with Clutch, but Clutch represented him for a while. But I think he should get a shot. I've been told he's not going to. Defense, he taught Golden State how to play defense. He put the confidence in Steph and Klay that they could be this great backcourt. And let me throw this out because everybody, and I don't want to take anything from Steve Kerr. But remember, Steve Kerr was, when he first got hired in Golden State, he was going to start David Lee just like Mark Jackson had been doing. David Lee got hurt. And then Steve Kerr was forced. I know they had conversations in Golden State where Steve was like, I don't know where I'm going to be able to play Draymond because you had David Lee starting.
Right.
David Lee gets hurt. He's forced to put Draymond Green in the starting lineup, and the rest is history. Yep. Mark Jackson, his offense was not as good as Kerr's. There's no question. But if Mark had still been the coach and Draymond becomes the starter, maybe it's a little different for him. It was the right move for Kerr. But
he stumbled into the death lineup. Yep. Remember, they get blown out. He's like, well, let me just go on and throw Iggy.
It was out of desperation.
Yeah. It was like, we might got something here.
Game 4 at Cleveland.
Yeah.
It changed everything.
Yep.
Situations happen. I feel like it's got to be LeBron's call. No more excuses. Who does he want?
We busy right now. We ain't taking no call. We busy.
Busy memorizing lines.
Look, this front office thing is important. It's as important as the coach because you have to figure out, I don't know if they have enough, we'll see, but to get, David Griffin's going to drive a hard bargain for Anthony Davis. The Lakers may have to finagle some type of 3 or 4 team deal, and who in that front office is capable of doing that right now?
Right.
It's a good reminder that everyone needs to be on the same page, though, for this to work, for this to go in the right direction. Always good to have you with us, Chris. Does Tiger really have a chance?